In today's video, I'm going to give you the top 5 beginner skills that you need to have as a snowboarder, and the last one is definitely going to make you look and feel like a true snowboarder. So make sure you stay to the end, and let's get started. So we're going to start with just standing up from a heel side edge slash our front side of our body is facing down. Now, as you see me demonstrating here, my goal is to be able to get my heel edge as close to my tailbone as possible. Then I'm going to take one hand and place it on the ground and the other hand between the bindings. Then my goal is to get my shoulders directly stacked over the toe side edge as much as possible without going too far, but getting stacked. And then the beautiful part is all I got to do is stand up. Now, this could be really challenging if you have really limited mobility in your hips or shoulder issues. So if this one is a struggle, we're gonna try it on our toe side edge. Now let's try to flip over so that we can actually stand up on our toe side edge. And we're gonna do that by allowing one knee to flex and go up and over towards our other shoulder. This is gonna allow the board to go up and around. Sometimes the tip of the board may get a little stuck. You might have to shimmy it around, getting that thing out from underneath you. Then once you have the front side of your body facing uphill, you can place both hands on the ground, stand up, and then you're set up on your toe side edge. Are you looking at picking up a brand new pair of goggles this season? If so, check out this independent company called Benetek, and we have the Viewfinder goggles. We've packed this goggle with a bunch of features for those who ride every day, but if you're a weekend warrior, you get to benefit from all the fun features. Check out the link down below for more information. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced snowboarder, having the right body positions at the right time is literally everything. So we're going to start off by being able to be in a strong toe side balanced position. Now your goal is to keep your shoulders, hips, and knees stacked directly over the board, and you're also going to notice that my hips are shifted forward, allowing my belly button to be stacked on that toe side edge. You're also going to notice that I have both of my shins pressed against the front of my boots. The goal is to actually be able to stay in this balanced position for 1, 10, or even 60 seconds because you're in such a good body position. Now, this position is extremely useful for when you're side slipping or when you're coming to a complete stop, as well as doing a toe side turn. So having your hips forward, body position stacked, literally is going to be the biggest game changer for you. Before moving on to the heel side edge, I also wanted to talk about this body position here where I'm shifting my hips back. This is a very common beginner position to be in, mostly because your hands are closer to the ground, your eyes are close to the ground, so you feel a lot more safe. But you're gonna notice here that I'm able to dump my heel side edge and I almost fall over. The goal again is to keep my hips forward and spine upright. Despite it being a little bit scarier, this is a better, stronger, and more balanced position. So definitely spend the time to hang out in this position so that you can feel ultra safe and confident and in control. The skill of being able to balance and hang out on your heel side edge is extremely important whether you're a beginner or intermediate snowboarder. Plus, you're going to use this literally every day you snowboard, whether you're coming to a stop or just hanging out chatting with your friends. So let's break down the body position. So my goal is to keep my spine upright, and then I'm going to bend at my knees, allowing my belly button slash tailbone to sink down. Now the goal is to actually imagine that you're sinking back in a chair, allowing your spine to be upright and applying pressure on that heel side edge. As I need to create more tilt, such as I need to stop a little bit faster, I can sink back into that chair a little bit more, as well as lift up my toes to get more tilt. And then I definitely recommend keeping your weight stacked over that heel side edge. If you get your feet too far in front of you or your belly button too far behind you, you're definitely going to slip out and fall. So the goal is to stay with your belly button stacked over that heel side edge. Maneuvering around the mountain with one foot strapped in and one free foot is called skating, and this is an extremely important skill for getting on a chairlift, getting off of a chairlift, or navigating flat terrain like you see here. Now, I definitely recommend that you take your free foot and keep it over your heel side edge. This is going to put you in a better body position to control your snowboard, and also I suggest taking short to medium sized steps. If you take too big of a step, it's really easy to fall over over. When skating, I like to put 60% of my weight over my lead foot, allowing my balance to be over the foot that's strapped in, and then that back foot helps push, but I'm not putting a lot of pressure on that back foot. Sometimes you may need to put your free foot over your toe side edge to navigate across the mountain. When you do that, I recommend pressing your shin against the front of your boot and creating more tilt, allowing you to slice the snow. Also, sometimes you're gonna have to do a 180 and maneuver or go in circles, and one way to do that is lift up your foot with the binding strapped in, place the heel side edge on your boot, and you can see how it quickly and effortlessly spins or pivots on that boot. It definitely makes things really easy. I recommend skating as much as possible when you're a beginner snowboard, just so you can get comfortable, confident, and then definitely ride one foot. Woo! Skill number 4 is being able to slide down the fall line and then come to a stop while having one foot strapped in. This is extremely useful for getting off of a chairlift or entering a lift line and being able to have the control to be able to stop either toe side or heel side. So let's break it down. When it comes to heel side, ideally you're having your lead, shoulder, hip, and board all pointed in the same direction, making things a lot easier. My analogy for that is, imagine your steering wheel is going right, but your tires going left. It's completely awkward and confusing and not super utilitarian. So our goal is to keep our weight 60% of that on our front foot and be able to do knee steering. Check out the video down below that's in the description for a full breakdown of knee steering / how to actually do turns. But briefly talking about knee steering specifically for your heel side turn, you're essentially pretending that your knee is a door and you're trying to rotate your foot inside your binding towards the heel side edge, allowing that board to turn just like this. Now when it comes to toe side edge, everything's going to be very similar. With 60% of your weight on your lead foot, your shoulders nice and stacked, and everything's aligned up. But this time you're going to be shifting your belly button over the toe side edge and doing knee steering, which means I'm going to press my knee over my toe, allowing that board to actually turn. Then when I come to a sideways or side slip position, it's going to be exactly what we've done earlier with our hips forward and our shin against the front of the boot. The more you can practice these J-turns or sliding to coming to a complete stop, then it's going to be extremely useful again at the chairlift. But the more you can practice it as a skill, and then when you need that skill, that you're going to be confident and being able to hold those strong body positions. Skill number 5 is actually how you hold your snowboard. You're going to notice here that I have my glove on the toe side edge, and the heel cup of the binding is actually resting against my forearm, allowing this to be a very effortless hold. Now there's other ways to do it that are less awesome, like when you point the nose of your board down, it's just not as sick. You can have it over your shoulder, again, not as sick. But by holding it this way, it's going to look the coolest, you're going to look like a true snowboarder, and its functions. Plus, you could also hold it like that, and then it just slips out and falls, and then it's not super awesome. One other exception would be if you're hiking a feature and you want the board to be on your back, just like this, then you're going to be able to just hold it, walk, hike, no big deal. And then you can let go, and then notice that it goes back into the awesome body, the awesome carry position. And if you find this video useful or informational, definitely give the video a like. And by giving the video a like, it helps more people see this video, which at the end of the day, we're trying to help as many snowboarders as possible and make this industry more amazing. Well, on that note, I appreciate you. And if you're interested in picking up goggles, check out shopbenetek.com. We also are releasing new stickers, so check out shopbenetek.com on that as well. All right, peace. Miss you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Bye.